Brussels has issued a stern ultimatum to Boris Johnson, threatening the Prime Minister with continuous post-Brexit border chaos unless he drops his plans to transform the UK into the Singapore of Europe. Ministers are said to be drawing up plans to turn the UK into the Singapore of Europe by slashing taxes and restrictive EU-imposed regulations post-Brexit. Boris Johnson hinted at the prospect of tax cuts for entrepreneurs just last month. During an online Facebook event with business leaders, Mr. Johnson said that his government would examine the tax and regulation environment and would do everything to encourage and support business. But now Brussels is threatening the UK with relentless post-Brexit chaos unless the Prime Minister abandons his vision. A senior EU diplomat told The Times, "Of course we can in future discuss how to have less friction." But he added, discussing further facilitation or ways to reduce friction would depend on what the UK is doing and where they want to go. Initiating that conversation and negotiation will not be made easier if the other side of the table is talking up deregulation or Singapore-on-Thames. It's clear that the trade and cooperation agreement doesn't cover everything, so we have to continue to be in touch with the UK, and whether we call it negotiations or not doesn't matter, the diplomat continued. Yesterday, the Road Haulage Association (RA) warned that the end of the Brexit transition period has produced deep-seated structural problems which will not be quick to resolve. Holier said a 12-month grace period and urgent financial aid is needed to iron out problems with the post-Brexit Irish Sea trade border. Volumes of trade from the rest of the UK to Northern Ireland has fallen sharply and many suppliers are avoiding the route. Dozens of lorries have been left sitting in yards in Great Britain. The UK government insisted goods are flowing effectively between Britain and Northern Ireland. But RA Chief Executive Richard Burnett said, "This is a financial precipice hemorrhaging money. There needs to be financial intervention immediately. It is quicker to send goods between Northern Ireland and Spain than from the rest of the UK," the hauliers said. New customs declarations were taking 12 hours, when hauliers were promised it would take 30 seconds, they said. Some drivers who can depart Irish seaports are having to produce 300 pages of paperwork, the transport firms added. Dozens of staff helping with red tape are off sick because of coronavirus, the industry said. Some freight companies are seeing a third of business disappearing, Mr. Burnett added.